very much, and I am really honored actually to step to the next position in the presidential cycle. It has been when Amanda called me way back when, and I was actually getting over COVID the first time I had it. Asked, that was before vaccines in that December, whatever date that was, and asked if I would do it. I'm like, are you crazy? And then she started saying things, why she did it, and I'm thinking, I'm old, and professionally I'm pretty okay what I'm doing, and so, but really what struck me at the moment was the pandemic, and the fact that public school kids were all kids were getting hammered, but in particular I felt there was certain students that were getting hammered a little harder during the pandemic, and they happened to mostly be in public schools. And it had been over a decade that a public school, high school counselor had been in the presidential cycle at MACAC. So I thought, well, this is probably the time to have a school counselor, a public school counselor back in that role that sort of saw this position from a different perspective, and particularly during a pandemic. We have, as you can tell, some of the things that we did in the conference and that whole child piece, we handle a lot of things when we're comprehensive counselors, and so it's a pretty heavy lift to add one more thing, but it has been totally worth it, and I'm really honored to be asked to do it at this point in my career, which I'm more on the other end of the career, but definitely worth it, which also then says to everyone in the crowd, you don't just have to be young to jump into a leadership role. And your wisdom, for different reasons is also helpful. So I'm honored to step into this role and not plan the conference next year. No, it was a thrill, and I was really happy that you all came. So there I am. And so as we move on now, I think I'm officially going to be ending the conference, and I just want to say I'm going to announce some winners. I'm just going to say that, and I'm also going to say don't forget your Maggie Miller in the back. But I want to thank for sure the sponsors that helped us put on this we thought a pretty nice conference, and we had a lot of really great. So let's give a hand to the sponsors. We had a lot of sponsorship, so we're really really grateful that they partnered with us this year, and hopefully in the future they continue to see the value in our organization. So hey, there they are. Collect your Maggie Miller items for sure, as quick as you can. We're going to try to get out of this room pretty quickly, and so any help that people could give us in collecting things on the table that you have, or that's on your table, and bringing them maybe to the back, and we're going to end up putting them on just a couple tables because we need to clear that out. And those items on the table, the glass bowls are ours, they're MACAC, so we want to grab those. So if anyone can help with that, that'd be great. Sketches, and high school counselors, turn them in to Teresa Pry at the back. So as you're leaving, make sure you put your name and your PIC number on it. And any other questions, ask Teresa. Don't forget to fill out your post-conference surveys, which we sent to you in the Whova app. And by the way, on the Whova app, it's going to be open to you for 30 days. And I know that some speakers are going to continue to put items in there. They're going to put their slide decks in, PDFs of their slide decks. They're actually, some said, I got something else I want to add. So keep an eye on your Whova app, because it'll be updated, and we'll continue to bug you about that too, so you look at it, so you can get all the resources from this conference out of that Whova app. And then also, yes, thank you. Obviously we've said it a lot, get involved in MACAC, all the numerous reasons you've heard throughout this conference, and we hope that you join us in a more involved role with MACAC. So not really lastly yet. Second to lastly,